Hey, this is Michelle Kapaska, and welcome to my Fearless Innovator podcast. Thank you for joining me today. My hope is to inspire, educate, and entertain you. Enjoy the show.
For a full transcript of this episode, go to fearlessinnovator.com.
Welcome back to another episode of the Fearless Innovator podcast. From Cubicles to Cash Flow is for everyone wanting to start their real estate adventure while you're working at your job and the desire to earn cash flow on the side using real estate. Follow me as I take you on a journey of how I went from sitting in a cubicle for 25 years to investing in real estate and earning cash flow. You will learn from my mistakes and share in my rewards. I'm Michelle Kapaska, and I'm the host of the Fearless Innovator podcast. I've been investing in real estate since 2000, and I might just know a little bit about quitting your job and becoming a full-time real estate investor. If I can help you with your real estate adventure, please reach out to me or give me feedback from my show at info@fearlessinnovator.com. For anyone wanting to get into real estate, you must know that real estate is a team sport. I'm thankful for my high school years when I participated in team sports. I never realized that the lessons I learned on the basketball court would come in handy one day in business. If you think about it, it's where I learned discipline, how to be a leader, structure, hard work pays off, and strengths and weaknesses. Without the team, we could have never made it to the Iowa State basketball tournament. I had one position and I did it well. My teammates had their strengths and they did them well. Without each other, we could have never defeated the number one top-seeded team at the Iowa State tournament in 1982. It's the same way in real estate. I have my strengths and I have my weaknesses, but you also need to surround yourself with skills that you don't have. Even though I started in real estate pretty much on my own, I wouldn't advise it. I can look back now and realize I did a lot of things wrong. When I started in real estate, I really stumbled into it when my friend Patsy needed to sell her townhouse. I have this tendency, and it's not a great tendency, by the way, to just go into a project head first without even thinking about what I'm doing, hence the Fearless Innovator. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without this attitude, but I tend to overlook a lot of risks early on and just tackle the risks when they happen. I do realize too that every issue has a solution. As time went on, I graduated from being a landlord to flipping houses. Then I bought commercial property, and then I became a lender, and today I'm looking for an RV park. It really depends on what swim lane in real estate you choose to be in as to what kind of team you need to build. For example, when I was flipping houses, I needed a team that I could manage through the process of actually doing the work. So I hired a contractor for all the permits I needed to pull. I hired floor specialists such as tile and carpet, plumbers, electricians, roofers, AC technicians, etc. Here's the key. I always hired a team player for their strengths, not their weaknesses. If my end goal was to complete my flip within 4 months, I never hired a person that wasn't skilled at the talent I needed to complete. In other words, if someone told me, yeah, I've laid tile before, that would never fly with me. I wanted the skilled talent on my team. When I bought the 8-unit multifamily apartment, I knew that I could manage it by myself, but I wasn't willing to give up that much time. And let's face it, there are a lot of laws that I just wasn't familiar with, and I wasn't willing to risk what I didn't know. So I hired a skilled project manager to handle the day-to-day stuff. Now, when I became a lender, well, this changed the rules too. And even before I became a lender, I added real estate attorney Sean Yester to my team. Sean has become a critical member of my team and critical to my success as an investor. Since bringing him on, he has helped me structure and secure the sale of my 8-unit complex. Not only does he know the law well, he has the ability to break things down for me. Sean has successfully structured a wraparound mortgage on one of my real estate deals. Then there are times when you need a real estate lawyer to defend your position. Sean has also assisted me in enforcing agreements and holding others accountable for their role in real estate deals. Most people frown on real estate attorneys, when in reality, they should embrace them as they are another team member and they're critical to your success. In episode 37, reflecting on 2021, you learned that I fired my CPA. Well, that wasn't the first time I fired my CPA. It was actually the second time. I first added a CPA to my team when I could no longer do my own taxes. When could I no longer do my taxes? When my status changed from just W-2 income to W-2 and passive income. In other words, it was in 2000 when I was still working my JOB and I had my first rental property. I didn't realize back then that not all CPAs are real estate focused CPAs. It wasn't until I really started to learn more about real estate that my CPA should be real estate focused. The really bad news is it took me a long time to realize that my current CPA was doing me no favors. How did I figure this out? I had a real estate focused CPA review my prior year's taxes. And what I learned was that my current CPA left money on the table and gave it to the IRS. Yeah, not so happy. So I quickly made the change and hired the new CPA. The new CPA only lasted 2 years. Why? Well, there comes a time when I think people just get too comfortable and their egos take over. So let's just say we didn't align anymore. So that CPA was fired. And now I believe John Hartung is skilled, well-rounded, real estate focused, and well-structured. The point is here, it's okay to remove players off your team if they are no longer supporting your end goal. Now I'm building my team as I focus on my RV park. The foundation of my team is in place. I have Sean Yester as my real estate attorney and John Hartung as my CPA. I've secured my civil engineering team, and I've begun the relationship necessary at the county level. Just to give you a quick update, in last week's episode 38, New Goals for 2022, you learned that my goal for 2022 is that I will have an RV park by the end of the year. Well, as luck would have it, I have identified a park in North Florida. Well, it's not a park today, but it will be tomorrow. I'm currently working with the owner on negotiating on how this deal may play out. This would be a development project with expected up to 81 RV sites. The location is situated perfectly between busy highways, and I believe it's the perfect size for my first development project. I'm currently working with an investor, but no deals have been made yet. So if anyone out there is interested in learning more about investing in this RV park venue, I'll gladly entertain any and all interested parties, but you better hurry. I'll see you next Thursday on the Fearless Innovator podcast. Thank you for listening today. I hope you enjoyed the show. If I can help you invest in your future, reach out to me at fearlessinnovator.com. Catch me later.